Hey, welcome back to another installment of Media Mesh, where I give my unapologetic opinion on everything from music, movies, news, reality TV, all in a 5 minute wrap up. Now, this one is going to definitely ruffle some feathers, so strap on. Well, no pun intended. But let's get serious here because this is a very deep seated issue for many people. But we're going to jump into it because you can see on the screen Sotomayor compares fetus to brain dead person, says fetal movement doesn't prove consciousness. First and foremost, what are we talking about here? Has anyone ever stopped to think that we are talking about people who are actively pursuing ways in which to destroy life? Now, you can feel however you want to feel about it. That's your business, okay? I do agree that if a woman was raped and forcibly made to, well, impregnated, I can understand in that regard that you would have an abortion. Outside of that, again, I'm a man, so I know women are going to say, well, you're not a man, you're not a woman, so you shouldn't have a voice. That's complete nonsense because it took a man to impregnate the woman. So it is equally the decision of both parties. You should be able to agree. All right. So the thing that I really hate the most is that when it comes down to making a decision, it's usually only the woman who gets a say in the matter because it's quote unquote her body. However, she is taking control of the outcome of the life of another body, right? So if you do not want your rights violated as a person, then in the same token, when you have a baby who is functioning and growing and developing, who does not have a voice, or as in Sotomayor's case, brain dead is the equivalent of being brain dead, you know, do you want to destroy that opportunity? Now, we all know there are contraceptives to prevent unwanted pregnancy as well as diseases and many other things. Now, abortion is not one of those, right? The time to be proactive and to think about making these decisions as a woman or as a man should be before you engage in the sexual act. Only one of two things are going to happen. You're either going to have a baby or will get pregnant, or you might even come up with a disease, right? So it's either, one of those two scenarios, right? Unless this is something that you both want. And just as when a couple gets together and decide that they want to have a child, a couple or whoever, whatever you want to call it, situationship, you should also come together to decide what to do ultimately. But I digress. This woman is definitely off her rocker because if a person is brain dead, all right, number one, they were allowed to develop into an actual person, right? You're not a baby. You're not in the beginning stages of life. This whole debate is just going on. It's just kind of sad to think that what we're talking about is stopping the life of a potential person that could offer something of value to the world when all you needed to do was protect yourself. Women, you are destroying your womb. Like, do you think about the consequences, the long-term effects of such a thing? What happens in 5, 10 years when you want to have a child and you destroyed your womb? Do you think they're handling your body with care? Do you think these doctors really care? Or is this just, something that you can say, well, I can do it because I can? I digress. I'm just saying, folks, we need to really rethink our values and what we're doing as adults. When you're engaging in sex or any other quote unquote grown activity, you have to be mindful of what you're doing and also be accountable. You don't put yourself in situations in which you will have to face consequences that you're not ready to face. Anyway, like, share, and subscribe. I'll be back with more on this one because this is heat seated. Leave me a like, share, comment, say what you got to say. I'll be back on the flip side. All right. Take care, y'all.